In this new COVID world we live in, there is a renewed appreciation here in Montgomery County for our parks and open spaces.
And we came here to hike, just, get a little fresh air.
On the C&O Canal near Great Falls, groups were out and ready to take on the challenge of a few miles.
It's therapeutic to me.
To accommodate this extra traffic this summer, Montgomery County Fire and Rescue has increased their presence at these popular spots.
With everything being shut down, we saw an explosion of people accessing the parks. They're accessing the water along the trails, so we've seen a lot more activity than in years past.
Captain Stream is part of an elite team of the county's Division of Fire and Rescue Services. The Swiftwater team is responsible for water rescue along the Potomac River and throughout the county during flash floods and heavy rains.
So on the Clairbarton Parkway last year, they had several vehicles stranded in high water. Other fire rescue units were able to get people out. By the time we got him out, his car sunk.
We were invited on board to see just what this crew is up against. Councilmember Andrew Friedson joined us. Though the water may look appealing and refreshing,
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Captain Stream says looks can be deceiving.
Even though the water looks very still along certain spots of the trail, it drops off very quickly. There's a lot of current, and people don't expect that.
Swimming is not allowed in the river, so they take their boats out on patrol to make sure the visitors are safe.
I'm going to take a real quick peek and see what they're doing.
And they've been extra busy this year.
Because everything's closed, the pools are closed, they have nothing else to do, they're coming out in large groups. What are you guys doing? You're not supposed to be in the water. If they were to catch you guys, they're probably going to issue a citation. And they're jumping off the rocks, and they see us. They go back in the trails, they go down a little bit further and jump off different rocks. We go back down to there, and they'll find other rocks to jump off of. The problem with the river is it's not like all the water's moving the same direction. The water on top is moving, the water underneath is rolling and twisting over the rocks. It will just drag you down. And the problem is it's relentless. It doesn't stop. This water's been flowing for thousands of years. It's going to continue to flow for thousands of years. So it's going to win every time.
So far this summer, there have been 2 drownings, both of which happened in early summer. This increased presence of the Swiftwater team means they can respond to a situation much quicker.
Behind us, obviously if we were to need it, would be our backup boat or safety boat, especially if we're going to get somebody and something happens to the primary boat. We want to make sure we have a backup boat because it takes a long time to get here to begin with.
Stream says most of the visitors to the river are prepared and familiar with its intricacies.
We ran a call 2 years ago where we actually had a climber on the Virginia side tripling some rocks. She fell 80 feet down a cliff, landed in the water. The kayaker was able to get to her and pull her up on his boat. He held on to her until we were able to get her there and fly her out via the helicopter. He's a trainee MC by the yellow shirt.
It takes 1 to 2 years to complete the training to become a member of the Swiftwater team. The final test is completed over a 2-day period.
So far, so good.
Lieutenant Maloney he's one of our float lieutenants in the battalion. Has been working on this for about a year, and today is his final checkout, so that he's able to operate as a full Swiftwater crew member. He's finishing up, and it's about a 4-hour test that he does at practical. He has already completed a written test, including a map that he has to be able to fill out of points along the river that are important for us to know right off the top of our head, as well as EMS questions, the whole gamut of things that we work through.
The views are much safer from the hikes that I normally take. They're a lot more dangerous from the water, and to have the specialization and the skill set that we have in our local fire and rescue service is just absolutely sensational. The way that they knew every single aspect of the water, they know this water better than I know the back of my hand.
But not only is this highly skilled team an asset to the county for the life-saving work that they do,
they have their life jackets on. They're operating in a group of at least 2.
they might even be there to catch you when you fall. Reporting from Great Falls, I'm Susan Kennedy.
Oh, no.